Hello ladies. My name is Rebecca and I am going to show you and teach you all about this awesome 3D foundation. I love showing it live here in action because I feel like so many times you will see this in pictures and until you really see it in action, you almost are skeptical. I know I was skeptical for probably a year before I finally tried it, bought it, and I fell in love with it. I've been wearing it for about 3-4 years now. I was a customer for a year, maybe a little over a year. I literally was just telling my friends about it and it was giving me confidence I never had before, because before this makeup, I really didn't wear makeup. I was a mascara lip gloss girl. Like I would just wear lip gloss and mascara and that was it. And my friends saw this change in me. I was like, I need other women who were like me, who didn't wear makeup, maybe were intimidated by makeup, to feel this change and confidence that I have felt. So here I am 2 years later showing this makeup to the world. But seriously, all levels can do this. Everyone from people who don't wear makeup to even experts, even makeup artists do this a lot for weddings. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. So all of our palettes, there's different sizes, all the way up to the Big Daddy here, which is so fun. I always say this is a good size to start with because this gives you your foundation, concealer, your contour, your bronzer, your blush, and then on the back you can put lots of eyeshadows. You customize the colors you want back here. You could also put like extra blushes, and everything just pops right in and right out. So what is so fun is when you are running low, you just buy the single color that you need. Simple as that. And it just pops right in. And then you're good to go. And they're just $16. So it's very affordable, very awesome, super fun. I'll show you just for fun my eyeshadows here. So like I love pinks and oranges obviously, but so even if you have makeup you already love, I'm a big person and believer on if it's not broke, don't fix it. So keep wearing what you're wearing if you love it, and you can just do like an eyeshadow palette. That'd be totally fun too. But anyways, I'm gonna get right into it. All of our brushes are double-ended. So it's almost like buy one, get one free or 2 for 1. I love our brushes. They're made specifically for this makeup, for this cream makeup. So it just puts it on so beautiful. Let's just get started. So I'm gonna start off with my contour, which is right here. If you've not been color matched, at the top of the group here, there's a color match form. Just fill it out. I'll send you back the colors I recommend for your skin tone. Easy as that. It's free, it's simple, it's fast. All right, so this is the detail brush. If you don't know how to contour, you need to get this brush. It makes contouring literally so easy. A kindergartner can do it because it makes it kind of like paint by numbers. So I'm going to dip it right into my contour. Just a few little dabs. I'm not going to swipe or anything because you literally just need the smallest amount. You're going to feel for your cheekbone and take that, sits flat, stamp it right up against that cheekbone, just like you're stamping a piece of paper. And you can go as dark or as light as you would like. The main thing is just that you get it right up against that cheekbone. And this is just going to create a shadow to make everything more defined. And we're just enhancing the features that you already have, that you should already love about yourself. If you don't, I hope that by the end of this class you do, because these features that God has given you are beautiful. We're just enhancing those. All right, so see our cheekbones kind of popped out a little more. Taking that contour also down our hairline on our forehead here. What this is doing is just giving us some dimension. It's creating these shadows so everyone looks at the center of our face, at our eyes. We're just basically helping our face be a little more defined, because no one's face is one flat color. So like typical foundation, you put it on and it's all over one flat color. And then you have to put another layer of blush and another layer of bronzer and contour. And like you got all these layers piled on that by the time you've got your makeup done, it's cakey, it's heavy, you have a lot, and it's like you take everything away just to add it all back. Whereas this here, it's gonna be one layer, so it's nice and natural. It's not heavy or cakey. We're just placing the colors where they need to go. It's genius. Okay, so there's my contour. Done, simple, easy as that. If you wanna contour your nose, you can. I'll show you here real quick. I just take the edge of this contour brush, this flat brush, and I just tap the top corner of my nose, tap, tap, and tap the top corner of this side. Here again, I know this looks scary, but it's really fun. Like I didn't do this in the beginning because I was a newbie, but now I love it. And I take whatever's left on my brush and I just take that on my jawline right underneath just to help hide that double chin. Make sure you blend it back and down. It just helps that shadow right there more define. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the same brush, just flip it to the small end. And do you see how this is lighter? This is basically what the makeup world calls concealer, basically. We call it a brightener because it just brightens up the parts of your face you want bright. So, all right, take a little bit of that concealer. I'm gonna take it on the corner here of my eye and drag that down. And then also, I bring it up on the corner and go up. Now I go up right here because I want everything lifted. And you'll notice that does give me more of a lifted appearance just by putting that concealer right there. I put some on the inner corner over here. We did. And then on the outer corner over here as well, just to lift everything up. I'm not gonna go. Love you. All right. Also take a little bit of that concealer and I just brighten up the center of my forehead. Remember, we're just brightening up the center of our face. Take that down the center of our nose. I put some right there and a little bit right there. And that's really all the places that the concealer is gonna go. Simple as that. I'm gonna swap brushes now because I want right here to be a little more full coverage. So I'm gonna swap to this is the Buff brush. It's very dense, it's very firm. It packs it on nice and full coverage. So if you can get two brushes, I highly recommend getting these together because this is great for contour and great for under the eyes. And then this is just great for the foundation. And then if you are more of a light coverage gal though, I will not recommend this because this is full coverage, but I would recommend the blush and bronzer brush instead. This is more of a medium to light coverage. It's more fluffier, so it puts it on a lot more lighter. So there again, that's something we'll talk about when you get color matched. I'll ask questions like, do you like light coverage, full coverage? And I'll help recommend what brushes and things you need. Okay, I wanna go back real quick and just show you guys under my eyes. I only put that concealer right here and right here. I didn't put any makeup directly on the center of my under eyes. And that's because under your eyes, you want less makeup under your eyes. Because too much makeup under your eyes, that skin is really thin. And if you put too much under your eyes of anything, it's just not gonna be a good thing. So when I go to blend here in a second, I'll marry these two colors together and it will brighten everything up. A lot of people, when they get this makeup or any makeup, they will pack a bunch of concealer, huge and lots, under their eyes, thinking they need this thick layer amount, and they don't, and it's unnecessary. My dog. That's where people get like texture and lines, and under your eyes just look horrible. Don't do it. Okay. All right. I'm off my soapbox. Okay. Moving on to my foundation. My foundation is right here. Now I have this darker color here as my color corrector. So if I ever have like a breakout, or if I'm wanting to cover the redness on my cheeks, or if I'm wanting just to cover something, this is like my color corrector. I just use it as a spot treatment. So as you see, it's not even hardly been used, but it's there if I need it. But I just kind of tap into my foundation. A few taps is all you need. And then you're just going to press this and stipple it on all around where you haven't put any makeup yet. So basically like where a man's beard would be. I kind of drag that down so it blends into my neck real well. Tap, tap, tap. There again, no swipey, just a few taps and blend it, spread it out. And I just spread, do you see how little amount you really need? You don't need a whole lot. That's why these last forever. This cream just is so pigmented. I've literally used the smallest amount. That's also a big issue a lot of my customers will have in the beginning, and it is hard. I did it too. You'll go and you'll swipe out a bunch, which is bad number one. And then they'll press on 7 layers of this, and there's a learning curve in the beginning because you don't need that much, but you don't know. You don't know any better. You just learn, but all right, I just kind of buff that up into that contour that I did. So that way everything's nice and blended there. Okay, and then everything's looking good. I still haven't blended my contour yet, so don't freak out on me. I'm not done. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is do my blush. And so here's my blush right here. We have many different colors. everything from plums to nudes, pinks, reds. These are just some of my favorites here. I'm really loving this pink here though for the summer. It's just so, it's glossy. And so it's like shiny and pretty and just the perfect pink for summer. There again, super pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Let me move my head away. Let me put this headband in, that'd be smart. There we go. All right, so just a little bit of pink blush. Now I haven't put bronzer on yet. I typically do that before blush. I just thought about it, but it doesn't matter. There's no rules to makeup. So I'll put there, that's it there. So I'm gonna put the bronzer on now. Bronzer is optional, but I promise you it completes the look. You have to get it. I love it. It's not orange. It's not it's not glittery. It's just a perfect warm brown color. It just warms up your face and it literally completes the look, I think. Like it just brings it all together. So I put it like at a C right here. And that's a good question I get from a lot of people is where do I put my bronzer? Right here, because that's where the sun is naturally gonna hit your face. And so we're just mimicking a good little suntan. And then while I've got this brush out, I'm just gonna kind of buff out that the contour line so everything's nice and smoothed out. And I just kind of tap and press because I don't want to blend it out. I just don't want any harsh lines. All right, and then I'm gonna go back with my detail brush I used earlier and just kind of blend out the contour of my nose so it's not harsh. I just want to kind of have it shadowy. All right. And then under my eyes, I never married those colors yet, so let me do that real quick here. All right, coming down and up. Okay. I bring whatever's down on my neck. Do you guys see how this is coming together? It's so pretty. Okay, so this color also you can put on your lips, and because it's gloss, it is nice. There you go. All right, and then that is it for the basic face. So let me make sure everything looks okay. Okay, that's the basic face right here, right here. Fast, done, easy, out the door. Throw it under your arm, grab your brush, and you can even put it on in the car if you need to, or I guess your husband's driving, not as you're driving. Or you can put it in the car, and when you get to work, if you have an extra minutes before you need to go in, throw it on real quick. But there are extras that you can put in the back, and I'm going to show you those because, well, why not? So some of the fun extras that I typically put on, one of them is an illuminator. So these are some of the different illuminators we have. Basically in the makeup world makeup world calls it a highlight. It just gives you a nice glow on the high points of your face. So you can take a fluffy brush or you can use your finger, but basically you're just going to kind of tap, tap, tap. Dust it on. It's like a dusty powder. Now we have creams as well. The powders pack a punch. They're like dramatic. The cream is very much more subtle. So it just depends on what you like. Put a little bit right here. Let me open up my mirror here. All right, so do you guys see on my cheek that glow that it gives me? So that's what this does, and that's optional. A lot of the young kids love it. And it's something else I do is in my personal palette, I have an eyeshadow that I fill my brows with, because literally when I say my entire face is out of this palette, I mean it, minus mascara, I mean it, down to everything. So this is the line brush. You can get it at Walmart, but we have one as well. This is ours. It's really nice. But it has the spoolie end right here that you just brush the hairs up and then flip it over to this little line end here. And you can tap into your eyeshadow or your contour and just fill your brows in. Now, I never did this before this makeup, and I understand when you get scared or you feel like it's too much, because it's like, oh my gosh, those are way too dark, because that's how I felt at first too. But now that I am used to it, I feel like it really makes me not only look younger, but it makes me look more put together. And like the bronzer, it just kind of completes the look, you know? And it's also right here in my palette, conveniently placed with everything else. Yeah, And then other than that, which I already have a little bit of mascara on just so I didn't come on here looking dead, but other than that, I would just throw some mascara on and go out the door and I'm done. And I look like I've spent hours doing my makeup when it's really been, what, 15 minutes? And if I wasn't talking, it would literally be maybe 8 minutes. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys are as impressed as I was when I first saw this makeup. It's amazing. Like, it's just so amazing. Now, I typically can even do the dots. If you guys have seen on TikTok where people put dots and blend, I typically do that, but that has been scaring people lately and making them think, oh my gosh, I'm not going to do that. So I've been steering away from showing that method, but yeah, that's it, guys. Simple as that. If you have questions, put them below. I don't see comments, which isn't anything new around here. A lot of times the comments just don't show for some reason for me. So put your questions below. I'll answer them after I hop off here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here with us this week. I'm so thankful. And last but not least, I'm just going to remind you again, if you've not been color matched, up at the top of this group, pinned under features, there's a form. Just fill it out. I will send it back to you. It's free, it's quick, and it's easy. Thank you again for being here and giving me your time.